Hello and welcome back here to Talk FCB, and it's been 2 days now since the European Super Cup final. I think that's just about enough time, maybe not quite enough time to recover from that, because it was absolutely unbelievable. And I think, we will struggle to find another game like that this season. And to be honest, if we don't find another game like that this season, I will not be too disappointed, because if I ever see that again, it's not going to be great. But hopefully we can learn from giving away that lead and going on. And the most important thing is we got the trophy. So, bring on the next one. The next one is the Spanish Super Cup against Athletic Bilbao. Now, the most important thing to know about this is the winners of the league title against the winners of the Copa del Rey usually play in the Spanish Super Cup. Of course, us being awkward, we've won both of them, so they've basically given it to the team who came runner-up in the Copa, which of course is Athletic. And it's going to be a really exciting game because last season we had some absolutely fantastic games against Athletic. In the first leg, it's over 2 ties. You go to Athletic and then they come back to us. We go to San Mamés tomorrow. A really tough stadium. They finished renovating all of the stadium now. They've been building it for the last few years. It's finally all ready. The lights are there, everything is right on it. Beautiful scenery around San Mamés in the Basque area, and it's a really great stadium, and it's got a vibrant atmosphere there. So the players are going to have to be ready because the crowd are really going to be up for this. We saw when the final of the Cup was at the Camp Nou how much noise and how incredible the Athletic supporters were, and it'll be no different on Friday night. So we're going to have to go there. We're going to have to be focused and concentrated, and that is particularly worrying after what we saw in the second half against Sevilla. But certainly Luis Enrique, I'm sure, would have spoken to the players. I will make sure they're all ready and all raring to go because it's a very, very big game. You want to go there, you want to start beating them, you want to start getting some momentum going, you don't want to concede many goals, you want to keep it tight at the back. Lionel Messi and Suarez are going to want to be hitting the back of the net. Going to be very, very interesting in terms of team selection, whether he does elect to play Pedro or will he be already on his way out by then. We still don't know what's going to happen with Pedro's future. It looks as though he's on his way out, but at the end of the day, he didn't say that he didn't want to leave. He said, I'm not quite sure yet, it's all about game time for me, so it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens for him. But having said that, I thought Rafinha, until he went off against Sevilla, was absolutely brilliant in that left wing role. Slightly more advanced than we're usually seeing him, but he played a really effective part there and fully deserved his goal when it came around. So going to be interesting in that respect. I again possibly expect Ter Stegen to play because I do have the inkling that Ter Stegen will continue to play the cup matches this season. I think Claudio Bravo will regain the league matches because I think last season you never change something that's not broken. If it's not broken, don't fix it, because Claudio Bravo last season in the league was consistent, he was brilliant, and he was commendable in the way that he went about his business. He never made mistakes. He was always able to rely on him. He was confident. He was bold for crosses. He made some very, very important saves at big times, and I think it'd be very, very foolish to actually switch them round. Although Ter Stegen has a lot of potential, he's a young keeper, he's up and coming, he's made some very, very good appearances already in his Barcelona career, but I still don't feel that he is quite ready, and judging on the past few performances and pre-season as well, to make that big step up to play week in, week out. I think this season Luis Enrique, rather than gamble on it, will stick with Claudio Bravo, but for this game we're going to be treating it like a cup, and I do believe that Ter Stegen again will get the nod. Then you've got Dani Alves, Mascherano, Piqué, and it's going to be interesting what he does at left back because Adriano now has the medical green light. Jordi Alba's still out injured, and it's going to be interesting to see if he goes to Mathieu again at left back, who was particularly poor in that second half against Sevilla. So going to be interesting to see what Luis Enrique does there. He's got a lot of selection problems to go through in his head, but at the end of the day, that's what he gets his money for. Sergio Busquets, Iniesta, and Rakitic are all fit and ready. Iniesta went off with that slight knock against Sevilla, but he's absolutely fine. He's looking forward to making 500 appearances and more for Barcelona. We tweeted that earlier on today. And up front, you've got Messi, Suarez, and as I say, could be Rafinha, could be Pedro. Maybe even a shock in there if we see someone like Sandro Manilla, but I don't think we're quite going to see that at this stage in the season. As for Athletic, they got some dangerous players as well. As always with them, there's not too many summer additions. They only sign players who are from the Basque area, so that, significantly restricts what they can go out and sign every summer. But they've got some good players, as we saw in the Copa final, the likes of Inaki Williams, an up-and-coming player. Aritz Adariz, fantastic season again last season for him, getting on in age, but he seems to be improving with age, which is incredible. They've got some good players in midfield, Mikel Rico, Itaraspe, Benyat as well, and then their defence, as always, is pretty strong. strong. They've lost Iraola. He's gone to the MLS after his contract ran out in the summer. He had a brilliant career there at Athletic. But I think we can certainly target them. We went to San Mamés last season, and I was really impressed with what we did. We pressed them high, we forced them into mistakes, and we really put pressure on their goal, because I don't think they got a really outstanding goalkeeper. Sometimes Irizos can have some brilliant games, but when you really put the pressure on them, they usually crumble. So if we can have enough shots on target, if we continue to be clinical, play the ball around well, make sure we're pressing Athletic high at the pitch, and let's not give the crowd a chance to get behind their team. Let's strike early, let's strike fast, and let's make sure that Athletic are starved of the ball. We want to keep them from getting the ball. We don't want them to get any momentum going, because you saw against Sevilla, as soon as the momentum was with the opposition, we started to be under real pressure at the back. We don't want that. Not this early on in the season. We're not quite ready yet in terms of our organisation at the back to be under the caution games. We've got to make sure that we're in control. That was where it all went downhill against Sevilla. When Iniesta went off and we lost that control, we've got to make sure that we maintain that for the full 90 minutes against Athletic. And this is a very, very big game. You may think, well, it's the away leg, so we can afford to concede a few goals, or we can afford to lose the game. Not really. You don't want to give any team going into the first leg an advantage. You don't want to give them anything that they can fall back on and sit back and park the bus with. So we want to go there. We want to get a positive result. If we can win, it will be an absolutely brilliant result there at San Mamés, and we're going to see what's going to happen. But it's a big way to start the season. We've got one trophy in the bag already. That's 4 out of the 6 available to us this year. Number 5 is the Spanish Super Cup. It's going to be a really big event at San Mamés on Friday evening. I'll be here again with some videos following that game and some reaction as well then to the start of the season, which is coming out very, very soon. It's all coming back, where competitive football is coming back. Thank the Lord that we've got it all back again. It's nice to be back here on Talk FCB. Leave your thoughts down below, guys. Interested to hear what you're thinking about the Pedro saga, about the team selection. What should Luis Enrique do with the left-back position? Is everything good and well going into this game? Leave your thoughts down below. I'll try and reply to as many as I possibly can. Looking forward to the game. It should be a great one. Have a great time. Visca el Barça!